Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this bright and colorful look for you guys. I use the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So I'm starting off by putting down my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and blending that out with my finger as a base. And then I'm going in with Expensive from the palette over my lid. And I did try to do this look without putting down the white sticky base, and it was a disaster. The color was super patchy and was hard to build up, and every time I was running my brush over it, it was like I was just moving the color around instead of placing color, and there was fallout everywhere. It was terrible. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to buy this palette, getting a sticky base. And I'm going to blend that out with Violence from the palette. And I also found this color hard to work with. It was hard to build up. I found that every time I would go blend it out, it would just disappear. So it took a lot of back and forth with building it up and blending it out. And you'll see that I go in here in a minute with my, there we go, my Sigma E40 and blend it out. And as I'm blending it out, it's just like all that pigmentation just disappears. It was really disappointing. So I'm going back in again, and I did this 3 or 4 times, I think, to get the color that I liked before I moved on. So I'm just packing it in and blending it out again. But you can just see it just like totally disappear as I'm blending away. I'm going to go in with Princess on my brow bone. And I just thought it would blend nicely with the purple, so I'm blending those two together with my Sigma E40. Going in with my NARS kohl pencil and lining my tight line. Then going in with my NYC liquid liner and doing a pretty dramatic wing. I wanted the wing to match the intensity of the eyeshadows, and since I'm using bright colors, I did a big bold wing. I did find using liner over these shadows to be an issue as well. It seemed like the shadows kind of ate the liner a little bit, and everything kind of went on a little bit more difficult than normal. So it did take me a little while to work with, but I did want to make a nice large wing. I don't know if you guys can tell or not yet that I really am not liking this palette. I find it really hard to work with, really powdery. It's way too soft. It kicks up too much product. There's a ton of fallout. I found that by the end of this tutorial, when I looked in the mirror up close, my under eyes, even though I had cleaned them off a bunch of times, were blue. But right now I'm taking Vanity because I blinked before my liquid liner was dry and got a little bit in my crease, so I'm just kind of making it look like, you know, it was intentional, and blending some of Vanity in there, because I believe there are very few makeup mistakes you can't fix, and this is an easy way to fix this kind of mistake. And then I'm going to go in and curl my lashes just slightly, because if I over curl them, it's hard to put fake lashes on. And I'm going in with a coat of mascara, and this is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme. And then I'm going into my Marc Jacobs Remarkable, and I'm actually just using the foundation that has gotten itself all over the cap, because I love this foundation more than most of my foundations, but it's super messy. It spills itself out of its little container and it gets all over the inside cap, so I'm just running my brush along that and then using that. I wouldn't recommend that for every day because it does coagulate a little bit being out in the air, so it makes for a really thick foundation, but I'm basically just taking this off as soon as I put this on, so it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to use it because it's expensive, and I didn't want to miss out on this product by just cleaning it away. So I'm just blending that out with my Artiste number 6 oval brush, which I am still loving, if you guys can't tell. Once I have that blended in, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Urban Decay concealer. And I picked this up recently, and it's been a while since I used it because I had run out, and I totally forgot how light this one is, and definitely used way too much, but I'm just going to blend it out. Again, a few makeup mistakes you cannot fix, so I'm going to go with that same brush and blend it out so it's not as bright. And you guys have seen me all do this many, many times, so I'm not being as in-depth as I normally am. Once I blend that out, I'm going in with my Healthy Balance powder and setting that. And I did set under my eyes a little bit with my RCMA No Color powder, but since I have put that in my empty Laura Mercier setting powder case, I didn't show it. I just find it easier to use in there. And I'm going in with my new Kevyn Aucoin bronzer palette in Sienna, which is the warm coral color, and I am loving this. It's so beautiful. It blends so nicely. It's so gorgeous. Been using it like every day. Love it. It's like the last thing I bought before I put myself on a buying ban, so I'm glad I did because I'm loving it quite a bit. And I'm going to contour with my Kat Von D Shade Light palette as usual. With my, this is actually the Smith foundation brush. I just don't like it for foundation. It's a little bit scratchy, so I use it to contour. Then I'm going in with the Jeffree Star Skin Frost in Ice Cold, and I am highlighting the shit out of my face, and probably heavier than you guys have ever seen me highlight, but I am going for it and putting highlight basically everywhere. I'm using a Morphe brush and just really blending it out. This isn't necessarily a highlight that is good for every day, and he didn't create them to be highlights for every day. I see a lot of people complain that they don't blend into the skin as nicely as other highlighters or whatever, and they weren't supposed to. If you got these highlighters thinking they were going to be your everyday highlighter, you know, you probably shouldn't have, because they're definitely like Instagram highlighters. They're highlighters that are meant to be seen on camera. So really just highlighting everywhere super heavily, because you can never have too much highlight. And y'all know how much I love to highlight my Cupid's bow, so, but look at that. Yeah, let's take a moment. Then I did line my waterline with the same NARS pencil, and I'm going in with Star Power from the palette underneath that to blend it out. And I'm going pretty heavy because the upper lid is so heavy, so I wanted to match that on the bottom lid, and I am blending that out with my Sigma E40 just to keep the color, you know, from looking like a harsh pink stripe under my eye. Again, this was another color I had to build up a few times. But then I'm going in with Rich Bitch on my inner corners, and again, had to build this one up a few times. But once you got a bit of the product down, it kind of caked up on itself, so it works for the inner corner for me. Then I went in with the Coco Lashes Bella lashes, and I use my Thrive Cosmetics lash glue, which I will link in the description bar if you're curious. It's amazing, totally better than the House of Lashes glue and less messy. I love it so very much, and it's for a good cause. Just popping those on. And once I get both those lashes on, I am also going in with a coat of the Jordana mascara on my lower lashes, just to finish off the eye look. And then the last thing I'm going to do is take I'm Nude by Jeffree Star Cosmetics and put that all over my lips. I thought since the eyes were so bold, I would go with a very pale nude on the lips just so that the eyes are the focus. Basically, I need a foundation in this shade because it's like basically my skin tone, but once I have that on, this look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's something a little bit different for me, a little bit brighter than my normal looks, but I really enjoyed doing it. I do wish that this palette was easier to work with and a little bit better quality. I'm going to be doing a full review on this, but yeah, so look forward to that next week. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you're at. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Gotta mention that highlight again. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.